All right, welcome back to another round of MRL Tier 2 here in Season 9. We're getting ready for another exciting round, at least I hope it will be, here in Austria. And, well, this is the Red Bull Ring. Pat and I actually both raced earlier in Tier 5, and results were mixed. One of us got taken out turn 1, and the other got taken out under other circumstances that I will not elaborate on.
We probably shouldn't for reasons.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's take a look at this track map. I mean, this is Austria. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. 10 corners, 3 DRS zones, back to back to back. So you can expect a lot of overtaking. And there are two ways to set yourself up here when it comes to this circuit. High downforce or low. Now, well, not like extremely high, but like mid-levels of downforce, which will really help you out in the latter part of Sector 2 and Sector 3, but you'll be losing out on those incredibly powerful straight lines. Now, low downforce, of course, being the opposite. You're going to be a monster on the straights, but not so much in the corners. Anyways, let's take a look and see just who's going to come out on top in qualifying. We are already underway, and nobody started a flying lap yet, so kind of perfect timing for us, to be honest. And looks like the first one to be starting is going to be the McLaren of not Land Sharky, but actually his teammate Beamer NG to get us started. Yeah, let's go ahead and reduce that volume. That way it's not double audioing over here. And yeah, Beamer's getting started, and okay, it looks like he is already off to a great start. Now, going into turn 1 can be tricky. It's pretty easy to invalidate here if you mess up the entrance or exit, go in too deep, and you'll be cutting the corner. Go in too far, and you'll be going straight off of the track, so you gotta be really careful on that. He's so close to the track limits there through turn 3. Cuts the curve as hard as he possibly can without exceeding track limits. He's just really aggressive through this lap. And this is a line I absolutely didn't take, and I now feel kind of stupid for it. Beamer, though, on a very solid lap, pretty confident as well. Only a few corners left to go, and through here, you got to be a little bit careful. Don't want to exit a little bit too hard because the gravel is right there. And also through here, you don't want to get on that first curb on the left because that will take you to Spin City. But now it's just through here, the final corners. It's very easy to go wide at this corner and this corner, but he keeps it within the limits. To going across the line, the benchmark time is going to be 104.452. And his first run is already faster than my best, and this is why I'm a tier 5, people.
Yeah. I have weather news.
Okay. Variable, please.
It's very exciting. Mage, you'll love this. Totally dry.
I knew you were going to say that, but it's fine. It is fine. We can still have some good racing. Land Sharky going across. Solid run. Logical Terror beats him out, though, and goes up to the top. Alfa Romeo looking pretty good in qualifying.
City.
Yeah.
City looks strong.
Strong. Yeah, you were absolutely correct. City of R goes fastest overall. These times are going to be rapidly accelerating here. You also have Gamer in the Alpine only starting his run going through.
Purple.
Yeah, we don't know that's a true purple. Well, it probably is a true purple, actually. So Gamer here could be on a killer lap.
Leading the championship?
I'm pretty sure Gamer is leading the championship. If someone could please clarify. Well, I mean,
I'm checking.
Yeah.
You have me for that.
Yeah. Sorry to everybody.
Gamer is leading the championship by 13 points.
Yeah. Sorry to everybody that we don't know. Obviously, you know, we're the Tier A commentators, and we're filling in right now. I'm filling in once again here at Tier 2. And, oh wow, Speedy Goose. After what I'm pretty sure was just a warm-up lap, he puts in a real time going across. That's a brilliant lap. Let's see if Gamer can beat it, though. Can he put himself into the 1-minute 3s even? Getting close. He's not going to be in there. Okay, but he still goes fastest. I could tell it wasn't going to be a minute 3. But honestly, that was still a little bit faster than I was expecting. I was actually expecting him to be, like, just behind Speedy Goose. But looks like I underestimated him there. and he lets his teammate by is going on a lap. Axis going through at the current moment.
Purple.
Yeah, that is a genuine purple right there. Axis is incredibly powerful here. It's kind of
Axis
impressive.
is P2.
Yeah, I haven't
the
seen the French
championship right now.
do this well in Austria since Napoleon. So I got to say, this is really impressive.
Yeah, we'll see if Axis can live up to Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah, I mean, he might want to be careful.
Zeech?
So he,
Hello.
oh wow, what a lap from Zeech! Absolutely brilliant. And of course, as an Alfa Romeo driver, I am completely unbiased when I say Zeech is doing a brilliant job right now. Simon, meanwhile, is also on a lap, and you know, this track can
look
be
at Axis. Oh.
Yeah, despite having the least amount of corners on the entire calendar, this track can be one of the trickiest if you're not careful. You know, it's very easy to get on the curb too hard. You can see it there with Simon. As he got on that curb, the car was wanting to oversteer a little bit there. On those really high sausage curbs, you can easily send your car spinning the wrong direction, and well, next thing you know, you'll be going back first into the nearest wall. The drivers will have to be careful, not to mention, I would say the most important thing you need to nail here at this track is corner exit. Because if you fumble any corner exit, you're going to lose out on so much valuable speed down these straights, so much valuable acceleration. And if there's a car behind you that's approaching, and they have DRS, you're quickly going to get blown past, and you're not going to stand a chance. Now, of course, DRS usage is incredibly valuable here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see some shenanigans running into turn 3. We can actually see on board with Merc.
Right.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see some people going side by side, one of the two breaks early, and they're just trying to play DRS tag. Kind of like Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc at the Saudi GP in 2022, where they actually made it illegal after that point.
Yeah. I'm actually looking at Fab Week. He did a purple sector 1, a true purple. And that's not true purple number sector 2, though.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what Fat We can do, as he's only got 2 corners left.
Yeah, right now he's looking pretty solid, and that's more. It still has a Valley livery, really? I kind of expected it to be gone by now, but it's still sticking around. And meanwhile, Fatweight sticks himself into the top 5.
Not a bad lap at all.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that segue. Freddie, meanwhile, he's making his way around the final few corners on this circuit. Looking pretty stable in the Ferrari. Only 2 corners left to go, and these corners can be a make or break. So going around, he navigates it very well, keeps the momentum through the last 2 corners. He absolutely nails it and manages to put himself into the top 10, 7th, and that is Spanini and Chassis both out. I think they came together. I think they may have. I think that's the only logical conclusion as to what happened. Andy there has a bit of a moment and invalidates. Yeah, Andy unfortunately is ruined. He's going to have to go for another run. But had he crossed the line and actually finished it, he would have only been P13. And that's kind of unfortunate because I know Andy's more capable than that. So he must have had a moment in that lap. Meanwhile, we also have FRC.
Good news though, Mage.
What?
No grid penalties.
Yeah, that's true. Well, at least not this race. Stewart's left to investigate that. We have no idea as to what actually happened, so, you know, we're not going to really comment on that one.
Yeah. I do have at least a rumor going around the paddock.
Yeah.
Mage. Mr. Happy Like Pies says he's not going to qualify.
You say that, but he's going on track right now.
That might be for setup.
Yeah, but why isn't he going to qualify, though? Does he have a quality ban that he's serving, or does he just feel like giving himself a challenge?
No, he just didn't want to.
He didn't want to. How do you not want to qualify? Now, there may be one reason, and it's a reason I can understand, and that's theorizing that there's a strong chance of carnage in turn 1 and just deciding, well, if I'm the back, I'm not going to get hit from behind. Problem solved. So that may be the strat here. I'm not entirely sure. Dylan Max in the chat saying hey to the both of us. Hey, how are you doing?
Yep. Oh, Landsharker just spun in Sector 3. Just dropped the car.
Oh, yeah, absolutely spun out. He is absolutely floundering there and needs to get himself going once again. And that is also a Haas going by. And I think, is that Speedy Goose or Peking going? Okay, that was Speedy Goose, and he's finding some improvement here. Going around the final couple of corners, he's really edging this car and going across the line. Can he find improvement? He can by
He
a
did.
little bit, but still just 1,000 off of actually gaining a position. Well, okay, technically 2 since Gamer put in that time first, and thus would remain ahead. Gamer, though, he's up by just a couple of hundredths. He needs more time, though, if he hopes to gain any positions and get into that 1-minute threes. These 2 corners can gain you a lot of time. So it's very important to nail this. Oh, he gets 2 snaps of oversteer. That's going to be some time lost. Still, he finds enough improvement to put himself into the minute threes and only a couple hundredths off of Axis, who improves to pole position. Yeah, what a great lap.
Looks like Happy's actually going to do a lap. He's got potentially purple sector 2. I'm not so sure.
Wait, who?
It might be a Delta. Happy.
Happy? Okay, you say
P19.
Happy's not going for a lap. He is absolutely going for a lap. He
said on his stream he wasn't doing it. I used him for weather.
Well, he absolutely lied. He just put himself P12. Meanwhile, we do have City of R, and he's finding a little bit of improvement. Looks like he may have gotten a good exit out of that turn 1. And, you know, this track, again, on paper, looks really easy. In practice, not so much. It can easily catch you out if you aren't careful. And, well, not to mention, there's gravel traps all over the place, so you really don't want to pull a Carlos Sainz here. City of R is finding a lot of improvement. At this rate, he's going to put himself into the top 5. Could he find even more in this final sector? Maybe put himself into the top 5 front row? Let's find out. Only a little bit left to go. City of R crossing the line, puts himself into the top 5 indeed. 3/10 of improvement. Good of him to pull that time out and gain some solid ground.
Mark popping in the chat saying he's been told that a car parked it on the apex of turn 9 and just blocked Chazzy completely.
Well, I wonder what one car that is. Maybe it's the one car that's retired that isn't Chazzy. Again, not entirely certain of what happened. There is a very decent possibility that Spanini was just making his way into the pits at that time, which I think is very possible. Like, it may have just been a simple case of poor timing, which is kind of what I suspect it to be. Either way, though, I mean, again, that's up to the stewards to investigate, not us.
Yeah.
But either way, it's kind of unfortunate.
It really is.
You know, you have Andy going on an outlap. He invalidated his first attempt after getting stuck out of the yellow flag zone where his teammate got taken out of the picture. Meanwhile, Semtex is making his way all around, getting ready to go on a flyer himself, so we're going to ride on board for this guy real quick.
The Ferrari team principal for this season.
Yeah, and making his way through turn 1. Yeah, he goes really deep, almost exceeds track limits, but stays within. So already off to a solid start. So we've seen an average of like a 16 flat is what I've seen. So he's actually a second and a half off in that regard. So maybe a little bit more struggle in that turn.
He's backed
out.
Yeah,
I think he fumbled entirely turn 1 and realized that, so he backed out. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's not even using any battery this lap.
This might be a second out lap.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know why he would do another one, though.
See what Andy has. Andy's gonna start his lap. This will probably be his last chance, unless he stays out.
Using battery. Yeah, that's a more realistic time we'd see in Sector 1, around the low 16s. But that's still not almost a 16 flat, so I think he's already a 10th off of the very top people here. But now it's just a matter of making the most out of these next 2 sectors. It is a high possibility that Andy may just be running a more high downforce setup, and that's why he struggled a little bit in that first sector, because he can find a lot of time in these last 2. And 45, I actually don't know the benchmark for these final two sectors, but we'll be finding out momentarily, as only a few seconds and even less corners remain before the end of this lap. So making his way all around turns 9 and turn 10. Going across the line, he puts himself only P13. Logical Terror
Oh
gets a
no!
5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking, and he's already on P8. So that isn't ideal for him. The question is, who is he blocking?
I don't know. I mean, the problem is traffic. It's McLaren.
Beamer NG also
Beamer gets a oh my god!
What is happening? Where's Beamer? Wait, all these people are
So
on
Beamer
outlaps.
blocked.
Well, wait, no.
Beamer blocked Logical, and Logical blocked Land Sharky.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, all of them are on outlaps. So they shouldn't have gotten those grid pens.
Game moment?
This is definitely a game moment. This is definitely a game moment. That shouldn't have happened. There was nobody to block. And that's why I was so confused, because I'm like, wait, only like 2 people are on flyers and they already finished their laps. How are they blocking? What?
Don't know.
Who knows? Maybe the execs will call for a lobby reset afterward, and they'll fix the grid pens, or they may just be completely and utterly screwed. Who knows?
Who knows? Looks like.
Oh, and Andy has retired in the pits. How much time is remaining?
I think.
Oh, that's why. There's less than there's less than a minute left. So everybody's scrambling to go for a final run, and it looks like Beamer is going to be one of the first ones. McLaren, who originally had. Wait, really? It's City?
It's
really?
City.
No, I didn't expect.
He's finishing up sector 2.
Yeah, you're right, and he's down.
He's not improving though.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much done unless he pulls off a miracle here in this final sector, and that can happen. So, let's just see. He's absolutely pushing this car all the way, so close to the edge. Semtex retires, and I think he was already in the pits as well. CMR, despite putting seemingly a purple sector 3 in, cannot find enough improvement to make a difference. Zeech is finding improvement, but a marginal amount right now. What can Beamer do as he crosses the line? He puts it on pole! What? Land Sharky invalidated his run.
Zeech is out.
Ketchin, meanwhile...
both invalidated.
Yeah, Ketchin, meanwhile, is in the final sector. What can the AlphaTauri driver do? He's all the way down in P19, and I'm sure he'd be happier to be at least a little bit higher up. Going to cross the line... He, unfortunately, despite improving, doesn't improve enough to gain any positions. Heat Gang invalidates. Merc is down by over 4 seconds, and Freddy is going to cross the line, and I think he's improved by a good amount. He puts himself into the top 5. Solid run from Freddy. What?
He's on pole. Bieber actually got pole with that.
Well, he's not going to have it for long with that grid pen, unless they do a lobby restart.
Right. I have not heard anything.
Yeah, so it looks like Beamer may just be absolutely ruined again.
Gamer did a 3-5.
Gamer did a 3-5 and invalidated?
Invalid.
Oh. Yeah, that's the thing about this track.
Painful.
The track limits can make or break you here. It's not as bad as, say, Qatar, but it's up there.
So, unless we get a restart, that's Axis technically on pole.
Yeah, there's a confirmation of that 5-place grid pen. Logical Terror also has one, and unfortunate for Chazzy, he never stood a chance.
Well, look at Happy. He actually ended up P9. Did not see him do his last run.
Yeah, we completely missed that in kind of the scramble of everybody going on one last run. Unfortunate for Beamer, but if he has this level of pace and quality, he can probably make up enough ground to maybe pull out a win here.
He's also not going to be in the worst grid spot ever.
Yeah, that is very, very true.
I've seen no indications to a restart.
I don't think we are going to get any alert for that.
I don't think anything's going to happen.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They just kind of got ruined by the game there, because again, all of them were on outlabs. We have all the cars on the grid, and one thing we need to watch out for is the rundown into turn 1, because things can get a little bit hectic when we get into there. As I experienced in Tier 5. So these... Yeah,
I think we might just leave it at that.
yeah. That I'm not going to elaborate any further. If you want to see what happened, watch the stream. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but it happens. It's racing, you know. These drivers just have to be careful going into turn 1. Make sure to brake early if you have a car in front of you. It'll be fine. It's honestly not that big of a deal for me. So, you know,
right.
I still recovered, and I'm happy enough with that. Oh, Beamer has disconnected. Does that mean it's calling for a lobby restart, or did he just disconnect?
I'm looking at chat.
Hopefully Beamer will come back in time for the restart.
Mod is typing.
Okay, Mod is typing. Okay, so is the lobby restart official?
Like I said, Mod is typing.
Let's find out.
Restart.
Okay, I figured.
Alright. Leave lobby. And switch camera angle.
It may be a little bit hard to spot, but while Pat is rocking the Ferrari shirt, I am also rocking an Alfa Romeo shirt, and it has the actual driver numbers on the sides.
It's definitely not the teams we drove for today.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite part is the back of it. I don't think I'd be really able to show that off, but
should I show off something, Mage?
I can't. Yeah.
Look at the flag.
Oh yeah. Wait, that's. Oh yeah. It took me a moment to finally register that is Vettel's flag. Yeah.
Yeah. Got the Vettel kit.
Yeah. Just the lobby restart, what is it? 2017, 2018? It has to be one of those 2 years.
This is the 2019.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Really?
2019.
I really thought that like with the white and then the little Italian flag stripe on the side, like that was the signature of 2017 and 2018.
This was the opposite kit was Charles Leclerc's.
Yeah.
Just waiting for my Sketchy. Why did you think it was Schumacher?
What? Sketchy, this is like it has a Ray-Ban sponsorships and stuff like that. This is very clearly not from the early 2000s. Although, to be fair, it does have the German flag, so, you know, there is that, at least. But still, like, you know, it has UPS, it has Ray-Bans, and I don't think they sponsored Ferrari back in the day. It was mainly, a certain, brand that also goes by the name, Mission Winnow. I'm not gonna say their full name because, I don't know, make it demonetized or something like that.
Yeah. I just need to make sure. Beamer wasn't pushing 100%.
Oh, hear me out. So, I went to a Chinese place for lunch today, and I just finally read the fortune for my fortune cookie, and it says, "Soon you will get the recognition you deserve."
No, false.
I can't help but find it absolutely hilarious while I'm streaming online on YouTube. Like, does that mean MRL is suddenly going to get a massive influx of viewers out of nowhere? Because I mean, if so, we'll gladly take that W. But
yeah,
you know. Yeah, apologies for the wait. There we go.
Doing a restart.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like several drivers got grid pens that they absolutely didn't deserve because they were blocking drivers who weren't even on flying laps. So I mean, like, you know, doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's like It's like if someone got mad at somebody else for stopping at a stop sign. Like, what? They're literally just doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
And I do think we have almost everybody in here now. Only a couple people
Mage,
left.
we have a request for a prediction.
Oh,
Top 5?
Beamer wins.
That's 1, Mage. Good job.
Yeah, I mean, I made one prediction.
More.
You make a prediction. Wait. They requested 5 predictions.
Top 5 from both of us.
Okay. Here's a prediction because it's a new lobby. Oh wait. Oh no, they changed the weather to match what it was previously.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna do a random. I would have said rain.
Yeah.
Never mind. Let's see here. Someone's gonna get taken out turn 1. Someone. Even though, again, like I'd like to not see that happen, I feel like that is gonna happen. Let's see here. There's gonna be a safety car with only a few laps left to go. After that point, someone's gonna get too desperate and take out 2 or 3 other drivers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Beamer wins.
Hold on. I'm making my prediction right now.
Yeah,
all right.
This isn't me.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, one thing though. This isn't me bashing any of the drivers. It's just the nature of Austria and how close the racing can get sometimes. Sometimes drivers just overestimate things. Also, the depth perception in this game sucks. Like the depth perception is so bad. I often, when I drive, I have to be really careful with track limits because often it will look like I'm still on the track. But no, I'm actually exceeding track limits there. So, I mean, depth perception is honestly a really big problem in this game. But anyways, yeah, continue.
Zeech, Gamer, Axis, City, Happy.
Your top 5?
That's my top 5.
Okay.
Had to give Happy at least some kind of love. Because we all know he needs that ego boost.
Yeah. You know who really needs an ego boost, though?
You.
Yes. my ego has already been boosted enough as is with tier 6 and tier 5, but honestly, like, again, a majority of it is, how did I get here? Like, it's like my expectations were low, so, like, me getting here is genuinely, like, impressive. In my opinion, even though, like, in the opinions of many others, it will be considered mid, which, I mean, yeah, it absolutely is from the right point of view. But for me, it's just like I'm taking what I can get here. Okay, I do think we finally have the full lobby. Yes, we do. So we're probably gonna get started in just a moment. And you think we would have started by now? Oh, and right as I'm saying that, everybody's starting to ready up. Okay, all right. One thing that I am curious about, though, is next week, seeing how Vegas is going to turn out. Not just IRL, but, like, in MRL as well. A lot of people are predicting that the race is going to suck, but, I mean...
It'll be cold.
It'll be cold, yeah, which will be interesting, because, you know, Qatar was too hot, and now it's too cold. So, on the bright side, we don't have to worry about any drivers dying of heat exhaustion. But, I mean, like, imagine the effect it'll have on the cars, though, because it'll be, like, what, 4 degrees Celsius or something like that? Oh, isn't that, like, below freezing? I could be mistaken on that.
No, it's like 36.
Yeah, oh, wait, I'm stupid. 0 degrees Celsius is freezing. I can't believe I actually said that. Okay. Well, I clearly need to go back to science class, but anyways,
Mage,
yeah.
I'll give you a whole science lesson. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I hope I don't have to do biology again. I still can't believe my college required me to take a class like biology or chemistry to get a computer science
Hold
degree.
on. Hold on. Gamer saying 6 a.m. race, lovely. Mate, it's 1 a.m. for us.
Yeah,
At least you get to sleep.
yeah, it's like honestly, I'd actually take 6 a.m. over 1 a.m. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Well, to
Because
be fair, most races for us are at like 6 and 7 a.m. while they get at like 1
that's
p.m.
not true. That's true for the West Coast. For all you West Coast people, I genuinely feel sorry for you guys. Because like also, if there are any Australians watching, which I highly doubt, I feel so bad for you guys.
Look what Gamer just wrote.
Okay, I gotta take a look. Well, you're used to weird times. What does it say?
Over the pond.
Okay.
Mage, should we use the Zohan clip?
No. I mean, yeah, to be fair though, I mean the main broadcasting and everything takes place in the UK.
Yeah.
So of course things are gonna be more easy for them. Plus, Formula One was really originally a European championship. And unfortunately, because of that, some people still have a dated mindset to where they believe Formula One is European and that anything that isn't European needs to stay out. And well, I just think that's absolutely absurd. There we go. Yeah, I am very happy I bought myself a ring light because otherwise, there are no ceiling lights in this room. So my face would just be completely and utterly dark.
We wouldn't know what Mage's face looked like.
Yeah, I would look like something straight out of an what's the word for it? Straight out of like one of those classic horror ARG type things that are around right now, like Local 58, I think that's one of them, the Mandela Catalog, and there's even like several Five Nights at Freddy's ones. Honestly, like I really love that concept of horror because it's just like classic VHS tapes that are like made slightly horrifying in creative ways. Well, and then there are the really, really bad ones, but we don't talk about those.
Well, it looks like we loaded in.
Yeah, we are indeed loaded in, so it'll probably take us an additional minute to just let everybody get their setups on, everything like that, and Gamer is disconnected, so it's going to be a bit longer.
Any thoughts on Calm cooking in tier 3? I mean, Calm did his job. Calm looked good. Calm did his thing, you know. You let Calm cook, he will show out.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to cook.
Which one are you talking about, Chazzy?
Which guy? One? Which one?
Oh, Marquez Calm. My bad. My bad, Chief.
Calm
My
equals
bad,
him.
Chief. My bad. I'm not used to everyone's different names from Xbox to Discord and YouTube. I'm like, you lost me.
Both are handsome.
Good answer.
Yeah, I was thinking it's like if he doesn't say both, there's gonna be a quick flame war between the both of us. I'm just like, good. He chose the neutral option here. Gamer's disconnected again. This man can't catch a break.
Oh my god. I don't even know if anyone's readied up yet.
No, and I don't think they will until they can at least get him back in here. Otherwise, we may need to do another lobby restart so then Gamer can actually join a lobby. Which I'd really rather not do.
Oh, I think you're just having a visual bug. He's in.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it keeps on doing that over and over again. It doesn't even say that he's returning. So...
Oh, Beamer just left.
The fiber lights coming on anyways. Here we go. Fiber lights coming on here in Austria, and Beamer I think is still not here. And yeah, he's already getting overtaken by 1, 2, 3, 4 cars almost in a turn 1. Oh, poor Beamer. All that lobby restart for him to remove that 5-place grid pen, only for it to make it even worse. And is AI fighting here, or is he back? I'm not sure. The movement definitely
Mage,
seems a little too
stream
robotic.
froze.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I'm not.
You're right. Come on. Give me a second. Let me see here. Video capture. And there we go. That's better.
Oh, and I just got kicked.
What is going on? And we have a VSC.
Mage, quick, shoot me an invite.
Yeah. Give me a quick second.
Oh. Alright, I got the invite.
Okay, well, Beamer has already been ruined. I don't know if he's back now, but...
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Unfortunately, he just lost that lead that he should have had because he disconnected. You know, we're still under the VSC, but I suspect we'll be ending soon. Several drivers appear to be ruined. But we are back underway now, and here are the possible race strategies. I can guarantee you most are going to go for that first one. And, okay, Simon and Swanini are both electing to go on soft tires? I question that decision, unless they really think a safety car is going to happen so soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, meanwhile, Beamer NG has a lot of ground to make up, and Fatweed is looking for an opportunity. City of R also in on the action just ahead. Maybe trying to find a way past Happy Lake Pies. These drivers are sticking close. Right now, the one I think in the biggest danger is Dreams, because he's already almost lost that 1 second gap. He is on the cusp, and he has a slew of drivers who are very close behind. He can't afford to make any mistakes here, or he's going to pay dearly for it. And Axis is already trying to pull a bit of a gap himself, and maybe try to pull away and just win this race by a landslide. Beamer, meanwhile, already looking to make a move, gets past Logical Terror and up into 10th place. Back into the points, but still a long way from the lead that he originally had.
Right. Definitely have some ground to make up. Looks like Fatweed was thinking about one on City. Not gonna help, but with Fatweed finding City, Happy's gonna have some breathing room that he can start to chase down Speedy Goose and OTC Dreams.
Yeah, City isn't having the greatest time right now. Fatweed and Beamer are going to give him a very hard time throughout this. Meanwhile, Dreams is in some real danger himself. Speedy Goose is clearly living up to his name. Let's see if he can maybe find a way past him going into turn 1. I don't think it's going to happen, but it is a possibility, especially since DRS is now enabled, it looked like. I think it is, but Speedy chose to not activate it just yet. Yeah, it looks like I was right, and now he's waiting because he wanted a better opportunity. He's certainly making the most of it as he finds his way past and up into 5th place. Meanwhile, we do have a battle for the lead here. Zeech looking to try to find a way past Axis. Axis putting on the pressure. Can't find a way through for Zeech, unfortunately, but we'll see what he can do going into turn 4 on the inside. Fatweed has been disqualified for going the wrong way? What?
Huh?
I think he may have spun, tried to turn himself around, but it didn't work out. What is working out, though, is this move from Zeech. Gets himself past and now into the lead. What a daring overtake from him, and it certainly paid off. Absolutely brilliant. Meanwhile, we still do have the Alpines all over him. Freddy, meanwhile, watching on and waiting for an opportunity. Oh, he almost went into the back of Gamer, but he's going to have to try and find a chance here. You can see Zeech weaving, and Axis and Gamer just following along like a snake slithering around. And Zeech maintains his lead, but will he be able to do so once we get up to turn 3? Because that DRS is powerful. Is Axis going to dive or wait? Oh, he's going for it deep. The question is, who got DRS, if either of them even got it? Wait, that's Gamer! He spun! And Dreams is
OTC
out
just
of
lost his
that.
brake pedal. OTC lost his brake pedal.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And that is a full safety car to boot. Yeah, you're right. Dreams went flying, so he had to have lost his
I
brake
saw
pedal.
it. I got a clip of it.
Yeah, he had to have lost his brake pedal. Oh, man. Well, looks like Spanini and Simon made the right call after all. And they'll be able to pit and do mediums to the end if they wanted to. Honestly, for the hard tire runners, it wouldn't be the worst idea to maybe go in right now, but they will lose a lot of positions for it. So it's up to them if they think the gamble is a good idea. I would say probably not. But we'll see if any of these drivers do elect to make a gamble into the pits. Zeech, Axis, Speedy, Happy. Looks like all of them are choosing to stay out. Nobody going in at the moment, but we do have the Ferrari of Freddy. Is this a strategy call or a damage call?
And Semtex, double box for the Ferraris.
Well, let's see what's going on here. Semtex is going to get held up because he does need a new front wing for Freddy. Actually, this might be perfect timing. Is this perfect timing? Oh, man. Semtex has lost.
What is Semtex boxing for?
He's just going for a strategy call. Interesting. I don't know if this is the best call.
Hards.
Yeah, I don't think Hards will make it all the way to the end. Or at the very least, if he does.
Spanini and Simon coming in. Looks like Spanini has damage. Simon's just boxing for mediums. This might be a medium. I like this call from Simon.
I don't like Spanini's call to go on another set of soft tires. He's burning out all these softs when there could be a lead safety car and he could use one of those. But instead he's just electing to just burn it all out now. I really don't agree with that.
Right. Mage, remember my prediction earlier?
Yeah.
Look who's in fourth.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is in a much better situation now. Wait, Beamer pit for fresh mediums too. Didn't notice that.
Huh. I never saw
that. But he can do a full medium stint if he... Yeah, he started on the hard, so this is doable.
Did he? I'm checking.
Yeah, he started on the hard tire, so he's going to be able to do this.
And he did.
So this could honestly be a dream call for Beamer. Because he's going to be able to catch up, and if he continues his level of pace with these fresh mediums, he'll be able to do a 2-stop with 2 mediums. He's going to be set.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from Arcadia, asking why Beamer pit. We actually just went through that. That was a strategy call, and a potentially brilliant one at that. It really all depends on how the rest of the race plays out, because it could prove to be a big brain call, or it could prove to be his undoing. But I guess we'll have to wait and find out. At the moment, though, I think this is a great call. Because he has the pace to make this happen. And that's really the main reason. I would say someone who's a little bit less confident in their pace and has the hard tires, I think it would be better to just kind of endure and hope for another safety car.
Mage.
What?
Why is Panini on softs again?
Well, yeah, I questioned that the moment I saw them. I think this is a poor call. Because, like I mentioned before, there could be a late safety car with only a few laps left to go. And honestly, it's happening a lot this season, so I wouldn't put it past that to happen. And so he's already burnt one fresh set of softs. He's burning another right now. So, and I don't think he's going to have another. So, if the time comes and there's only a few laps left, he has no softs to do so, and he's going to be struggling compared to everybody else. I think this is a poor call, especially since we don't know when the safety car is going to come out next. It could be like 20 laps. Why? Does he have damage? I think that's the only reason he would come in. He does have damage.
Yeah, damage.
Okay, that is fair enough.
Gamer's now ruined.
Yeah. Well, he is going on the hards. I think they'll make it to the end. I think, but he's going to be struggling.
He'll last the first.
I mean, we'll see if they can make that happen. I am not entirely certain in that. It's going to be easier said than done. And again, that will require him not pinning until maybe a hopeful safety car that comes out again. Which, I mean, this is Austria. That's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to say, just that, the safety car is probably going to come in. There is the notification. Zeech is going to be the one leading them off. On the bright side for Zeech, he has one less Alpine to worry about, so that's going to make his job that much easier. And, hopefully he'll be able to hold on and bring home a good result for his team.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Alpine is certainly kind of... yes, no bias. Absolutely none while I'm wearing my Alfa Romeo shirt. I almost said AlphaTauri. That was so close. I had to stop
He's almost had himself out the door of Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, Zeech is already just weaving a little on the street. What?
Gamer spun.
Gamer.
Okay, now this is really a last first challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, they're pitting. Spanini and Simon are...
Do they have damage?
I'm confused. I'm gonna look at it. I'm looking at you. Look at the front. You look at the front.
Both of them have damage. Okay, anyways. Is that Chazzy who got past Andy there? Oh! That was an overzealous move from Lance Sharkey. It punted the back of Merck a little bit, and then Chazzy hit him in turn. There's a chance both of them may have damage for it, but look at the scramble behind.
Beamer.
It's so close here. Oh, and that's Freddy and Beamer banging wheels there as Beamer gets past and up into P11. This is a really hard, really close racing. Maybe a little bit too close here, but that's catching, getting past Heatgang. Meanwhile, Chazzy gets past Lance Sharkey. Lance Sharkey is forced to go a little bit off the track to avoid an incident. And Lance Sharkey, meanwhile, still has a lot of cars to deal with. That's Beamer almost going into the back of Andy. These cars are racing so close right now. Freddy also all over the back of Beamer. These cars, these drivers, they are absolutely insane right now.
Also, Andy is on the verge of having not enough fuel. He's bouncing between fuel light and no fuel light.
Yeah, I think he's hoping for another safety car to come out soon. Meanwhile, though, he's going to make a move on a McLaren. There's no way he's going to try to dive that far. Okay, good. I thought he was going to try and dive past his teammate, and I was about to call him a madman for it.
Oh, that was way too far.
Yeah, meanwhile, though, Beamer, following along Andy, gets past his teammate, and now goes for a dive. I thought he was going for a double whammy there. I think Chazzy thought so too, and thus backed out. No way, we're going 3 wide here. No way, we're going 3 wide here. Okay, good on Andy. Good on Andy to back out. Heatgang gets a huge penalty. That's gonna really hurt him. Chazzy slipping a little bit here. It's Freddy looking to get past Lance Sharkey. Manages to pull off the move. He's now up into P9 as Beamer continues his absolute stormer through the field.
Yeah, Beamer's on a freaking tear right now. But he's got a whole train behind him as Merc gets a 3 for track limits, I presume.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, like I said before, track limits can easily catch you out here. If you aren't careful, I would know. I'm a victim. And Axis and Speedy...
Victim isn't the word I would use. More like sufferer.
Self-inflictor. Yeah, I mean, it's totally on me. But Simon puts in the fastest lap of the race, but he is on soft tires. Questionable call in my personal opinion, but there is a logical terror getting past City of R. And I bet Beamer's happy to hear that, because the more they fight, the closer he's able to get, and he's already starting to close in. Logical Terror isn't able to pull a clean getaway, though, from the Williams or AlphaTauri. Oh, he slips up! Quite literally, City of R snuck an opportunity there, couldn't get past, and this is allowing Merc to get on this action as well. And now Beamer is within a second and is going to get that DRS he sorely needs to make some moves here. But it's still going to keep close. We'll see if R go for a move into turn 1 or bide his time into turn 3. He's going right now. Okay. Oh, I was about to say that would be cutting it a bit close. Yeah, I thought he was going to go for it full send. Here we go. 5 cars here battling out. Beamer is sending it. There's no way he's doing it. Okay. I thought he was about to do the dive of the century.
Well.
Beamer is absolutely flying right now. Nothing appears to be able to stop him as he now goes for yet another move. Outside, inside. He's going to do a little bit of a switcheroo here. And has he completed the move? He has! Beamer is up to P5 and appears to be unstoppable. And, not to mention, he's on an optimal strategy on top of all of this.
Yeah, he gets to go on the brand new memes once more, while everyone else ahead of him has to go onto a set of hard compound tires.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty obvious right now who's faster on the mediums. Yeah. So that kind of spells it out clearly. What?
We've been informed by Giants fan.
Oh, really?
Axis has a 5-second time penalty that's going to be added to his race. It was left over from last week.
Oh, well, that's kind of bad news because right now, with just that time penalty alone, he's going to be all the way down to P7 at least. Meanwhile, though, Freddy, he's getting a lot of speed here. Is it enough to maybe find a way past City of R?
No way.
He's looking for the dive, but he looks like City of R just simply outbroke him there. Well, outbroke.
He backed out of that move.
Yeah,
that move there.
Yeah, which isn't a bad call.
Oh, he's going. Is he going to go for it here?
No. I think it's wise for Freddy to just back out, wait for a better opportunity.
Wow.
Freddy, please pick your battles. Please pick your battles. Thank you.
Mage, we only want carnage and problems.
I don't want carnage and problems. I want action.
Carnage and problems.
Right as you said that was literally on cue.
Someone clip that.
Yeah, I think that's one for the counter.
And Freddy's into the pits.
Yeah, we're adding one to the counter for that.
Yeah, add to the counter. Well, that was Semtex don't hurt me.
Merc loses out pretty heavily there. Meanwhile, wait, is that Zeech and Axis are going wheel to wheel here? Zeech manages to pull away, but Axis has DRS. I think he's able to remain ahead, but Speedy Goose, meanwhile, we're going to get a nice little rear view of what's going on here. Axis remains ahead, but Zeech is still looking for a chance. Speedy Goose is just kind of forced to watch on for now. But should any of them falter, he will be there to pick up the pieces. And of course, there's also Happy Like Pies, who's still keeping within range, so we certainly can't count him out either.
Then you have Beamer.
Yeah, Beamer, who was 2 seconds back a few moments ago, but has cut that down by a little over a tenth. Still has a long way to go before he's actually within range. But right now, like Pat and I suggested before, strategically, he appears to be on the advantage and appears to be having a little bit superior pace. Granted, it does help that his tires are a few laps fresher. So he's going to be having a much better time in comparison. Plus, the constant fighting between this top 4 is making his job that much easier. Like so, Zeech going deep on the inside. Does he still have DRS, though, going into this corner? Oh, that left Axis potentially vulnerable. But the question is, does he have DRS? No, he doesn't. Zeech doesn't either, so they're both actually even in that regard.
Giants fan asked me what happened there. I can tell you what happened. Freddy was smart and boxed with damage.
Yeah, meanwhile, we have City of R, who is stuck in a little bit of a battle further back, just outside of the points form. And we also have Logical Terror all over the back of Land Sharky, looking for a chance, looking for an opportunity, and he can't find one. It seems like safety cars don't really happen in the middle of this race. Either happens in the beginning or the end, and not in the middle, which is kind of strange. Logical Terror going for an interesting line there. As he makes his way into the pits, he's going for the undercut. And as I've seen before already, the undercut is devastatingly powerful here. Yeah. So you can easily find yourself a few seconds ahead of the drivers you were originally fighting before. However, that does put you in danger of being overcut, so you gotta be confident in your pace immediately and your tire management. Because those who wait a little bit longer don't have to worry about that nearly as much and can go full push. Meanwhile, we do see City of R and Gamer pushing each other here, figuratively at least. Let's hope it doesn't get literal. Gamer does indeed get past, and he's up into P10. And meanwhile, Land Sharky, looks like Andy managed to finally beat him out, and Land Sharky now has Merc to deal with. At the same time, looking back with Beamer, you can see he's inching ever closer to those front runners, where he was 2 seconds back. He's only now about a second and a half, and that's Freddy, who gets past Logical Terror. Zeech is pinning. Wow, he's absolutely going to go for,
actually.
Yeah, this is going to go for an undercut for sure.
This is definitely also the optimal time, because the strategy would tell you box about lap 16. You probably could push to 18, but 16 would be your best bet to get some good life in those hearts.
Yeah, Zeech is going to be pinning here. We'll see how much of a difference it makes. Speedy Goose, he actually found a way past Axis. He's up into the lead. The question is, will he be able to hold on to it by the end of turn 4? I don't think that's happening, because you can see that Alpine, who was behind, getting alongside. He may not be ahead, though, by the end of this quarter. Let's find out. So close between the two. But Axis manages to win out. But, oh, Speedy Goose is still in this. Is he going to try and come back around the outside? Nope, he can't. He has to relinquish.
But here comes Happy now.
Yeah, Happy is now on the attack here. And he's saved up a lot of ERS, whereas Speedy has practically none left. So that is not good news. Yeah, that's really not good for him.
And they're both going in.
Yeah, that was both kind of a last-minute call for the both of them.
Happy was more on time compared to Speedy.
Yeah, so Axis is now all by his lonesome up at the front. However, as we mentioned before, that undercut is going to be strong. And, well, where is our good friend?
Zeech is alright. Alright, got him.
Yeah, let's take a look. There's Zeech, finally. And you can see just how powerful that undercut is, because there is Speedy Goose exiting the pits, and it's almost a full 2-second gap. Yeah, that's what the undercut does.
It is a full.
Yeah, and Speedy Goose only pit 1 lap earlier. So that undercut is powerful. Meanwhile, Gamer and Land Sharky are both getting passed up and fighting Andy here. Andy looking for a chance here to move himself up into P3. He looks to be almost pulling it off. Gamer's still giving him a good fight here. And Gamer gets ahead. He's now up into 3rd place. A very good move. And soon he's going to be able to pit for some fresh mediums to finish out this race. Or, should he choose to, he could maybe go to the end and hope for a safety car. And that's the AlphaTauri of Merc going in as well.
I have a prediction, Mage.
Yeah.
I bet the most optimal time for the top 2 to come in will probably be, well, Axis should probably pit this lap, but Beamer might come in at the end of lap 20.
I could actually see Beamer waiting a little bit longer and really be able to push full send on these mediums. And actually, speaking of Beamer, he's now within DRS range. So if there was ever a time for Axis to pit, this is it. He's got to go in now. Otherwise, well, he's going to have a McLaren right up his behind, and he wants to get past.
Yeah, Beamer should have no problems at all getting DRS. Those tires are much better compared to Axis' 18 lap olds, which are probably screaming right now.
Yeah, meanwhile, Zeech really making the most of it. His undercut gets past the Ferrari. Meanwhile, Speedy Goose is going to be stuck behind his teammate. The question is, will he, gang, play the team game, let him through and hold up Happy? Nope, he can't hold back Happy because Happy's simply too close, shadowing behind Speedy. So he has to let go. Axis indeed pits as Beamer continues to stay out and try to push a bit of a gap, perhaps.
Yeah, right now this is not be the most optimal because right now it's looking that he would come out right around Freddy.
Yeah, that's Zeech already well ahead of Axis. Axis losing out to Happy as well. He's going to be so far behind by the time he exits. Just look at that. And that's Heat Gang getting past as well. Heat Gang is going to want to try and hold up Axis perhaps and give his teammate a little bit of a helping hand. Unfortunately, with the aid of DRS, I don't know if he'll be able to do so for long, because Axis is about to blow past him. Speaking of, there he goes. He is long gone as he makes his way into turn 4.
That is very true. Also, the question is, Mage, do we see Andy come in this lap? This is optimal time for hards to mediums.
Yeah, actually from Sketchy, that's probably a pen for Speedy for not taking the pit lane. He's actually got a point there. That's possible. Yeah, Beamer pinning now. Like you said, lap 20 was pretty optimal. So, yeah, he's going to be able to do 16-16, cut and dry, easy. Unfortunately for him, though, he may be losing out to Zeech. And speaking of, there is Zeech, who goes past. However, he's going to be on slightly used hards, whereas Beamer will be on fresh mediums. So right now, at least in terms of strategy, Beamer has the cards in his hand.
Not the worst pit stop either. Is coming out right ahead of Freddy.
Yeah, Lance Sharkey gets a 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, Zeech is going to try and battle his way past the Mercedes of Andy, make his way up into second place. He manages to pull it off, and now only one car lies between himself and the lead. Gamer, meanwhile, I think he's going to try and extend until the end or a safety car. So, really, I think there's going to be a full battle here. Oh, wow, Gamer is just struggling. He locked up a little bit there. Yeah, Zeech is going to go for it here in a moment. Unfortunately, Gamer is not going to be able to put up a good fight. His tires are significantly more worn in comparison. So, yeah, going once, going twice, Zeech is gone. As Chazzy gets a time penalty as well, Andy dives into the pits for a set of medium tires to finish out this race. Gamer could also wait a few laps more, go on soft tires. Panini gets a time penalty as well. And catching up with Beamer and G. Let's take a look here. Axis and Semtex battling a little bit close here, and this is allowing the McLaren of Beamer to close in. He's got a few places between himself and the lead, but as we said before, I think he's got the pace and the strategy to pull out a win here, potentially. And, oh, wow, he looked like he wanted to go for a move past Semtex, but Semtex cut him off. Beamer says, I don't care, I'm finding a way past you right now. See you later, as he makes his way up into P6. Brilliant overtake for the McLaren. And unfortunately for Semtex, he had no way to fight that because his ERS is entirely burnt out. And so are his tires. He fully acknowledges that as he goes into the pits, yeah. So that's going to be set of medium tires.
Set medium.
Yeah. Semtex gets a 5-second penalty. Ooh, that's going to be insult to injury right there.
It is mediums, but buddy.
Yeah. Beamer, meanwhile, getting ever closer. Not ahead just yet, but he just put in a new personal best in Sector 1. That is the speed difference right now that he has. He's not going to be able to get past Axis right away, but he's going to be able to maybe set himself up going into the latter part of this circuit. I don't think it's going to be happening, though. Meanwhile, catching up with the front runners, Gamer is actually doing a great job to keep within Leech's DRS. Yeah. This would be ideal for him. Meanwhile, Speedy Ghost is keeping track of Happy Lake Pie's. Axis now in range is going to be able to get some helpful DRS to defend himself from the oncoming McLaren. The question is, how long will he be able to hold himself off? Oh, well, Gamer just completely messed himself up. It's now in Axis' best interest to do one of two things. If he's fighting for himself, and it froze. What the heck is going on with my capture card? Stream froze. Hold up a second. Let me reboot this.
I wasn't live, that's why.
There we go.
Difficulties, folks.
Just had to turn it off and on again. Yeah, meanwhile, Happy Lake Pie's looking for a move. Can't make it happen. Beamer is burning quite a bit of battery in a desperate attempt to try and catch up to Axis. Axis, as I was saying before, has two options here. He can play the game for himself, where he's going to try and catch up and take the fight to them. Or he can play the team game and do his best to hold up Beamer. Now, in trying to fight those guys at the front, depending on how he handles it, it's either going to leave all of them vulnerable to Beamer, or if he handles it right, it's going to keep Beamer stuck behind. So it's really up to Axis. Oh, okay. Actually, Axis may not have a choice in the matter, because Beamer is now right on top of him. And he is wanting this position. He is taking it. Axis doesn't really have a say in the matter anymore, as Beamer finds himself ahead.
Oh, I'm thinking Beamer's like, since when do you have a say in the matter?
Yeah, Axis was thinking, was probably thinking about different ways he could handle this. And Beamer said, yeah, no, sorry, scratch all of that. You're already done. Goodbye. So now only
Dusted.
only 4 cars now lie between himself and the lead. And I think in a moment it may be 3 if he goes for a dive here. Oh my gosh! Oh no! That was entirely his own fault. He was way too eager. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty for Beamer after the race, most likely. Unfortunate that it happened. Beamer was way too desperate there to make a move.
Happy, this is not Tokyo. We are not supposed to be drifting.
Yeah, unfortunate that just happened. But yeah, Beamer now, if he wants to win this race, is going to have to win and pull himself a considerable gap. Because you can bet they're going to be filing a penalty report after that, and it looks pretty cut and dry to me, at least.
Yeah, that one looked pretty cut and dry. I'm definitely interested to see Happy's stream replay, because I know he's screaming in there.
Yeah, I imagine he has quite a few things to say about it, none of which we could probably broadcast on YouTube.
Unless we want to get demonetized.
Yeah, and well, we already have enough of those problems with FOM.
Okay.
What? I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Well, not just that, but like music copyrights and all that, blah blah blah. That's one of the reasons why I don't play music.
Looks like City's boxing for a set of soft compound tires. Gamer is still hanging in there with Zeech, even though he has a penalty.
Yeah, he is. I mean, the question is, what is he going to do? Is he going to pit? He's going to keep going? Oh, well, right as I ask that question, I get the answer. Thank you, Gamer.
Mage can see the future Mage. What's happening next?
Next, he's going to pit, and he's going to go for a set of soft tires to finish out the rest of this race.
You are correct.
Yeah. I got that real observation hockey going on right now.
Oh, no, Andy. We should probably take a look at penalties real quick.
Yeah, and that's a good idea. Let's take a look at the penalties. Okay, so almost everybody has 3-second penalties. Semtex has a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane. Spanini and Heat Gang both have 6 seconds because he exceeded the track that much. Although we can, I'm pretty. Who is it that I think it's one of the Alpines that has
Andy and Gamer just came together.
What happened? I didn't exactly see the full thing.
It looked like they just came together on the exit of turn 3.
Well, Andy is probably not going to be too pleased about that.
Yeah, Axis has the penalty. Mage, it froze again.
Why does it keep on? Okay, hang on a second.
Technical difficulties. Mage doesn't know how to make a capture card work.
Why is it doing this? Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
It's fine all the time, and then now it's just like, no, I'm not gonna work anymore.
Axis and Speedy Goose are going at it currently.
Yeah, let me reboot this again. What?
Sketchy. We'll be right back.
All right, let's take a look here. Capture.
Spanini is the new fastest lap on soft tires at 105.5.
There we go. All right, we're back again. I don't know why that's happening. I just checked to make sure the cords were secure, and hopefully that'll do the trick.
Right.
Okay. Meanwhile, we have Freddy, and while he's on these mediums, he's going to be on them for a little longer, so he's going to be having a hard time towards the end of this race. Meanwhile, Beamer, he's not really finding so much time improvement. There is a chance he may have gotten a little bit of front wing damage when he had that little love tap.
I didn't see any.
Well, I mean, there may be some that we can't see, is what I'm kind of implying. Because it is very possible. Freddy, meanwhile, does pull out the move past Chazzy and gets ahead into P5. And you can see they're even starting to close the gap to Beamer. So I think Beamer does have a little bit of damage. Because, I mean, Freddy's on really old medium tires. But you can see he's gaining. even if the gains are marginal, it's still a gain. And, well, really, Beamer should be way faster. Yeah, see, look at that. He's struggling in the corners. He's having to lift heavily going through here. He's definitely got damage, but he's got no choice to box if he wants to stay in the... Well, no, he can still stay in the points by the end, but I think he's going to get a penalty after all is said and done. Yeah, you can see Freddy. He's all over the back of him now. Beamer must have some form of damage.
There might be some body work. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Saipa, maybe?
It's a possibility, again, not entirely certain. Yeah, there's Freddy getting alongside, getting ahead, now up into P4. Beamer still desperately trying to fight it, but can't do so. Freddy is going to now try to make a getaway here. Yeah, look at that. Even with DRS, he's only now starting to pull in, but he can't get himself alongside. He's definitely got damage of some kind. Yeah, look at the time he loses in the corner. He's gotta have something on the front wing, or something affecting his downforce.
Right. Yeah, not looking too good from...
That's Chazzy.
Chazzy.
Yeah, great move from Chazzy, putting himself alongside and ahead. Logical Terror is a little less clean about it. But
Chazzy.
Yeah, but that was still a move to get past. Beamer trying to maybe see if he can fight back, but he simply can't do so. And hey, doesn't this look a little familiar? Doesn't this look just a little bit familiar?
How so?
Well, we might want to ask someone who may be watching in chat. Giants fan, if you're watching, do you find this scenario a little bit familiar? The driver with potential front wing damage, not boxing to fix the damage.
Yeah, I definitely want Giants fan, if he's still in here, pop in and say and respond to that one.
Yeah, like you can see it. It has to be like some front wing damage because that's the only place he really hit on the Mercedes there. So it has to be some front wing damage, just some phantom damage that we can't see, but it is there, and it's enough to be causing harm to him and causing him to lose race pace, despite being on the fresher tires in comparison to the cars ahead of him. So, yeah, my prediction just went completely out the window for him. I was predicting him to win.
Oh, look at Terror! Look at Terror!
We are looking at Terror. Okay, we're gonna get really close here, huh?
Okay.
Everybody here has DRS. Chazzy is looking for a way past the Alfa Romeo. Is he gonna go for a dive? Nope, he stays behind. Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, right now, Chazzy just can't find a way to fight. Beamer's desperately holding on for dear life because, well, we've got Gamer slowly but surely catching up, and you can bet that Beamer is going to be getting a penalty after the race. Because, I mean, again, like, I'm not trying to, like, make a full accusation, but I think any sewer will look at that and think it's pretty cut and dry, his fault. It's unfortunate. But, you know, that's racing. Sometimes you get a little bit too close, and that's just one of those situations. It's like,
look at...
It's like Max and Lewis at Silverstone 2021, except one was significantly more violent than the other.
Yeah, looking at Happy, who got hit in that incident, he's down in 16th, not having the best time.
Yeah.
Sort of like me today.
Oh, that's Hike and catching out.
Catching.
That might be a safety car.
Safety car.
No, it's too late. It is a safety car. What?
It's a safety car.
It's going to be a one-lap safety car. It's going to go in.
Zeej might come in. Zeej is coming in.
Axis goes in. Speedy, what is he up to? Speedy's going to go in. Freddy should go in.
He is.
And well,
Logical stays out.
And like I was mentioning before, this is exactly what I was afraid of for Spanini, because now he's in a really bad situation. He could have potentially made up some ground here, but now it's just completely not going in his favor, and Gamer is... Okay, you know what? He's at 7 lap hole soft, so he can stay out.
Not the worst.
Yeah. There's no way Gamer can pull out a win after all this, right? There's no way Gamer's pulling a win out of this. The thing is, the safety car is going to come in this lap. It has to. There's no way we're going to get a last lap wonder. That's not happening. So it has to go in now. So all these drivers who are pitting have to catch up now. I think those who are pitting now may have made a big strategical error underestimating when the safety car is going to come in. Because it's probably going to come in without them.
The leaders didn't. I would say the leaders didn't.
The leaders are fine, but it's those that are further back. See, there it is. Yeah. Happy Lake Pies, for example, is still coming out of the pits as the safety car is going in. He's losing so much time after all of that. It probably would have been better to stay out. Because see, look at Andy. Andy's could potentially get points now in this situation. Even though he's on 12 level medias, because he's close, this is on the cards. Alfa Romeo could have a potentially massive result today if Zeech just simply stays within range and maybe his teammate gives him a bit of a helping hand, because I don't think Logical Terror is winning this one, simply because he's on really old hards. I guess we'll find out, though, as we are on the penultimate lap, and we have a bunch of cars fighting, but only one is going to take that top step. Let's see what happens. Already that's Andy getting... Andy and Beamer are going wheel to wheel right now. And,
we're going 3 wide. We're going 3 wide.
Where? Oh!
Turn 3 for the lead!
That's Gamer! And he got absolutely taken out. Logical Terror got caught in the process. Zeech is now holding the lead of the race. Oh, for any headphones users, I'm sorry. My mic just peaked from sheer shock that just happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
the peak was real.
Oh my gosh. Oh, no. I feel so bad for them. Axis, though, he may have a shot at winning, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Now, meanwhile, Freddy could potentially score a podium for a Ferrari. Speedy Ghost, though, is not going to let him get away with it just yet. Oh, but Speedy just lost some time in those final 2 corners. That's a lot of valuable time lost. Zeech also scores the fastest lap of the race on top of all of this. To make the full icing on the cake, he could full-on win with the fastest lap right at the end. And actually, right now for Beamer, with the current gaps, if he does get a penalty, he's going to be able to get away with P5, it seems. Well, yeah, he's going to be able to pull that off. Meanwhile, with Zeech, he's still holding up Axis, and I think at this point, the race is his. After
remember, Axis does have a 5-second time penalty.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Freddy, though, could get P2, and Speedy, I think, will be on the podium as well. So Axis, after the race, even though he'll be on the podium in-game, he's not going to have it post-race. However, crossing the line and winning for Alfa Romeo, Zeech is going to win the Austrian Grand Prix. Brilliant result for him. Brilliant result for the team. I know he's going to be ecstatic with that result. Axis, despite finishing second, like you mentioned with the 5-second time pen, is going to have to settle for 4th. Freddy and Speedy Goose will be 2nd and 3rd. Beamer, we'll have to check. What?
Mage needs to be 5th.
Well, it all depends on whether Beamer gets a penalty or not after his incident. That's why I'm saying, like, it could be 5th. The stewards will have to investigate the incident. I feel like it's Beamer's fault, but I mean, the stewards could rule differently, and I'm entirely mistaken. So, again, not going to say it's guaranteed, but it's not looking good for him. And that's Andy getting driver of the day.
That is very true.
Zeech levitating upon all those beneath him.
Very realistic.
You know, I changed my victory emote to one I liked in the hopes of using it in tier 6, only to get promoted. And I'm never gonna win in tier 5. Meanwhile, the hats are absolutely having a visual glitch going on in this post-race celebration. That is really weird. Like, look at the shadows. It's fully bugging out. But yeah, it's going to be the end of the Austrian Grand Prix. That was certainly an interesting race. A lot of fighting, a lot of drama. But congratulations to Zeech and Alfa Romeo for scoring some good points. Some people will be investigated post-race for sure. Again, not sure what's going to come of that, but I guess you all will be finding out next week. And if you want to see Pat and I commentating some more, be sure to watch Tier No Assists a little bit later tonight at 8 o'clock. And we'll be seeing you all at that time.
Yep.
All right. I've been Mach Mage.
I've been Pat.
And we'll be seeing you all next time.